It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Hill. That's called in by the 76ers.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Cheeks. And here's Irving. Left side Irving. Just 5 to shoot. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Now let's set it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Stan Van Gundy. Now, here's Thomas. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
Great shot. Had to fade back, but he still managed to drain it.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Irving. And here's Dumars. It's back to Hill. Dumars with it. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam. And so here is Philadelphia. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Left side Irving. There's the bucket. Good. He's got 6. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Trailing by 2. It's back to Hill. Outside Thomas. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Thomas. And both free throws good for Thomas. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Now here's Iverson. Pass to Irving. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. He's got 8.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Now Thomas. Stolen. Here's Cheeks. Iverson outside. Pass to Cunningham. From 6 away. Again, Philadelphia.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss the way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Outside Thomas. Back to Wallace. Now Thomas. Irving with the steal. Here's Cheeks. Here's Cheeks. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
The Pistons trailing. Thomas with the ball. It's back to Hill. the high post, he drills it.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
And here's Irving. 8 points for him. Pass to Iverson. Here is Cunningham. Fade away. Cunningham inside. Cunningham's shot is off. Now, here's Dumars. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Thomas, and there's the rejection. Here's Cheeks. Cunningham. Now Thomas. They set the pick. Clock at 6. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Free throw good, Thomas. And the 76ers making a change here. And both free throws good for Thomas. The 76ers leading. Irving with the ball. He's got 8. Pass to Iverson. Here is Hawkins. Hits it from three-point range.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Outside Thomas. There's a good screen. Hill up top. 6 on the shot clock. Lanier hits the jump hook.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Timeout called the 76ers. Now Irving. Pass to Iverson. Now Chamberlain. The turnaround jumper. Again, Philadelphia.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just look so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet.
Hill inside. Gives him the lead pass. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Dumars with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. They set the pick. It's stolen. Here is Hawkins. Iverson. And here is Iverson. And he lays it straight in.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Now, here's Dumars. Outside Hill. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Chamberlain. Now Irving. He's got 8. He's against Hill. Iverson outside. Shot is off. Hill with it. Pass to Thomas. It's back to Hill. To the inside. And it's blocked. Lanier. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 6. Now the 76ers with it. Leading by 5. Here's Iverson. There's the lob to the hoop. And here is Thomas. Now a timeout called by Detroit. And a different look here for the Pistons. Pass to Billups. Puts it up from 17. Here's Stackhouse. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
And Steve, just like you, when you shot, you had a favorite spot on the floor when you played. His favorite spot seems to be that three from the corner.
Yeah. Iguodala with it. Lets the three fly. Another three for Philadelphia.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Now here's Billups. Here's Stackhouse. Outside Billups. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Right side Billups. And there's another one for the Pistons. Now the 76ers with it. 6-point game. Here is Hawkins. Here's Simmons. And stolen by Billups. And he lays it up and in. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Here's Simmons. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. McGinnis' shot is off. Richard Hamilton on the wing. Here's Stackhouse. Again, the Pistons score. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Now Iguodala. Pass to Hawkins. Back to Iguodala. Here's Collins. 6 to shoot. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Billups with the ball. Richard Hamilton on the wing. No one near him.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Here's Simmons. Pass to Hawkins. Here's McGinnis. Shot denied. Here's Stackhouse. It's Rip Hamilton on the way. Right side Billups. Stackhouse. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 7. Here's Simmons. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Simmons. Here's Collins. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. 76ers. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far? Pass to Griffin. Off the screen. And he gets it to go. 76ers trailing. Embiid. And here's Billups. Here's Stackhouse. Here's Stackhouse. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. No good. Here's Simmons. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Griffin on the double team. Lots of room. Collins good.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Outside Billups. Pass to DeBush. Rebound by Iguodala. Now the 76ers with it. Here's Simmons. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And Andre Iguodala with the slam. The Pistons trail it. Now here's Phillips. There's the pick. Stackhouse. Back to Phillips. Here's Stackhouse. Takes the three. Good on the shot. 10 points for him.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Here's Simmons. Pass to Collins. Now Iguodala. Lays it up and banks it in.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Outside Phillips. Richard Hamilton on the wing. Outside Phillips. Back to Hamilton. Outside Phillips. Free throw line jump shot. That's good. He's got 6.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Timeout called the 76ers. The Pistons making a change here. Here's Cheeks. Embiid goes up high for the two-handed dunk. It's a close game here in Philadelphia. Bing. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Hill. Picked his pocket. Pass to Irving. Outside Irving. And that one's good. 10 points for him.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
And Detroit has possession. Bing. Off the left rim and out. Iverson with the ball. Pass to Cheeks. Back to Iverson. Here's Cheeks. Here's Dawkins. And he banks in the layup. Bing. It's back to Hill. Rebound by the 76ers. Outside Irving. Pass to Cheeks. Now here's Iverson. Shakes him. And it's good on the layup. Now Dumars. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Back to Rodman. Plenty of space. And Irving pulls it down. Here's Cheeks. Kicks it out to Iverson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Outside Hill. Bing. And he makes good on the layup.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The 76ers leading. Iverson with the ball. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Time call here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And the 76ers making a change here. Bing. Off the inbound, no good.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Pass to Dumars. Lock at 6. Blocked. But they'll get another chance. That is good. 8 points for him. And here is Iverson. Here's Dawkins. Here's Dawkins. Pass to Cheeks. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from Cheeks. And the Pistons making a change here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Detroit with the ball. Trailing by 10. Pass to Dumars. Now here is Hill. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Pistons making a change here. There's the screen. Here's Cheeks. Cheeks' shot is good. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Outside Thomas. Hill up top. Hill inside. The fader. And that's off the glass and in. And so here is Philadelphia. Pass to Iverson. Here's Cheeks. Chamberlain with it. Here's Cheeks. Now here is Irving. 4 on the shot clock. Off with the layup. Now Hill. Dumars with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Grant Hill on the wing. And the basket by Hill.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Here's Cheeks. Pass to Cunningham. Wallace is there. The 8-footer. And stolen by Chamberlain. And that is good. He's got 8. Here are the Pistons with the ball. A 12-point game. Now Hill. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Now here's Iverson. Back to Irving. Into Wilt Chamberlain. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Hill. Now Dumars. Shot clock at 6. Hill inside. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound. So it's Philadelphia now. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Cheeks' shot is good.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 6. They need this. Misses off the right angle.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Free throw good. Iverson. Here's Thomas. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Lanier lays it up and in on the nice reverse. 10 points for him.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here's Iverson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Cheeks. To the middle. The tie for the ball. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The 76ers making a switch here. Clark, it would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
You know, the chances, Kevin, of that happening are extremely slim.
Thomas, that's good. Here comes Iverson. He's got 7. Here's the screen. The steal. And here's Dumars. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pass to Thomas. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. Iverson with the ball. Hawkins. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. 76ers. Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. And here is Thomas. Pass to Hill. Back to Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Knocked away. Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Here's Cheeks. And here's Chamberlain. Can't cash in from close range.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Outside Hill. Can't get it to go. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Cheeks. Pass to Irving. Second shot opportunity. And that one's good by Chamberlain. He's got 12.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Outside Thomas. It's back to Hill. Gets a very good look and converts. Here's Cheeks. He's got 6. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Iverson outside. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Iverson. Clock at 6. Outside Hill. And here is Thomas. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Now here is Hill. Hill left side. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Hill. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
Simply need to just stay the course, Kevin. That's it.
It's been a good course so far.
Yep.
Pass to Cunningham. Goes up low. Again, Philadelphia.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Ripped away. Now, here is her. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot is good. He's got 14. Outside Thomas. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Pass to Dumars. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Iverson. Iverson left side. Left side Irving. He's against Hill. Baseline try. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Pass to Dumars. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Timeout called the 76ers. Cheeks. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for him.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
To the paint. So it's Philadelphia now. Now here's Iverson. He's got 7. Pass to Cunningham. And stolen by Wallace. Now here is Dumars. Now Dumars. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Here's Cheeks. Iverson. Iverson left side. Can't get it to fall. Thomas with the ball. 10 points for him. Pass to Dumars. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
And the Pistons making a change here. Here's Cheeks. 8 points for him. Here's Irving. Here's Cheeks. Allen Iverson on the wing. Iverson left side. Pocket 2. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. He's got 9. And here are the Pistons now. Outside Thomas. Back to DeBusschere. Here's Stackhouse. Pass to Thomas. Here's Stackhouse. Thomas. And the basket by Thomas. And so here is Philadelphia. 16-point lead. Here's Cheeks. Makes the lead pass. And that one's good.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that.
Here's Thomas. It's deflected. Outside Irving. Here's Simmons. Here's Simmons. Back to Irving. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. The free throw off from Irving. And here's Hamilton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Back to DeBusschere. Phillips. They grab their own miss. Stackhouse lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. Here's Cheeks. 8 points for him. Pass to Irving. The fadeaway lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. He's got 20.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Outside Billups. Now here is DeBusschere. Puts up a 3. Can't get it to go. Now here is Irving. He's got 20. Here's Simmons. Pass to Cheeks. Lets it go from deep. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Now here's Billups. Here's Philadelphia. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Here's Simmons. Pass to Cheeks. It's rebounded by DeBusschere. Griffin inside. Here's Stackhouse. And that one's good. 14 points for him.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Now Iguodala. He's got 7. Pass to Dawkins. Goes up on the wing. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Billups with the ball. Here's Stackhouse. From outside the arc. And it's Chauncey Billups with 3.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Pass to Irving. Dawkins. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up. Here's Billups. 9 points in the game so far. Now Hamilton. Outside Griffin. Outside Billups. Richard Hamilton on the wing. 6 to shoot. And Griffin backs in. Shoots from the high post. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. Pass to Irving. Here's Simmons. Poked away. And here's DeBusschere. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Now here's Billups. Now Hamilton. Clock at 6. Now here is DeBusschere. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's Cheeks. He's got 11. Pass to Iguodala. Here's Cheeks. Now here is Irving. Now Irving. Fades and shoots. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Billups with the ball. 11 points in the game. Here's Simmons. Pass to Cheeks. Right side, Irving. Covered by Hamilton. Here's Irving. Here's Dawkins. A beautiful reverse layup. He's got 8.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
Here's Stackhouse. The 3. That's blocked. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. 76ers on. And after a quick break, we're going to... And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Now here's Iguodala. Iguodala, right side. 5 on the clock. Pass to Collins. From deep. Hamilton pulls it in. Now the Pistons with it. Billups Shoots the three. Offensive rebound. And here is Rodman. They get a hand on it. 3-on-3. Iguodala, right side. McGinnis launches it. Shot's good by Iguodala. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pass to Billups. There's the triple. And that one's good. Now the 76ers with it. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's Collins. Here's McGinnis. Here's Collins. Iguodala left side. 4 on the clock. Pass to Hawkins. Rebound by the Pistons.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Back to Rodman. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. They get it back. Comes up empty down low. Iguodala with it. Pass to Hawkins. They set the screen. Goes back up. Rodman with the rebound. And here is Billups. Right side Billups. Shoots from 14. Not enough on that one as it misses. Back to Iguodala. Pass to McGinnis. Here's Collins. And a missed layup.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Bing. Down low. And down it goes, jamming that one home. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Pistons making a change here. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now here's Billups. Pass to Rodman. Bing. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now here's Iverson. Here is Hawkins. Iverson with the ball. They set the pick. Pass to McGinnis. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid. It's blocked. Now here's Billups. Now Billups. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Iverson with the ball. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
The Pistons making a change here. Here's Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Hill with it. Hill up top. The 19-footer is on the money. Here's Iverson. There's the pick. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Irving with the ball. McGinnis' shot is off. Here are the Pistons with the ball. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Here is Hawkins. And here's Irving. Pass to Hawkins. Here's McGinnis. Shot clock at 5. Here's McGinnis. Blanketed by the D, who fights to the rim for the layup.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Almost down low. Now here's Iverson. Pass to Hawkins. Makes it off the glass. And here are the Pistons now. There's a screen. Here's Thomas. Can't get it to go. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Now Iverson. Pass to Irving. 5 on the clock. Here is Hawkins. From deep three-point range, the shot is off.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And here is Thomas. Outside Hill. Pass to Wallace. It's back to Hill. Hits from the high post. Clark, no question who's been in control of this game.
It has been all theirs, fully in control.
Iverson up top. From 13, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First free throw is good. The 76ers making a switch here. And both free throws good for Iverson. Detroit with the ball. They trail by 14. Thomas with the ball. Right side Thomas. Outside Hill. Shot clock at 6. Right side Hill. Second chance shot. He lays it in. And the 76ers with possession. Here's Cheeks. Outside Irving. Cunningham. Just 4 to shoot. Here is Cunningham. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Now, here's Thomas. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Gundy's huddle.
Here's Hill. A rebound by Wilt Chamberlain.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Here's Cheeks. And here is Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Now Hill. Hill left side. Tipped away. Back to Dumars. And here is Thomas. Clock at 6. They set the pick. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
That drops. And here comes Dumars. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Back to Thomas. Grant Hill on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And here are the 76ers now. 16-point lead. There's the screen. Iverson outside. Iverson right side. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And a different look here for the Pistons. Pass to Collins. Here's Dawkins. Here is Cunningham. Here is Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And it's Detroit's ball. 19-point game. Outside Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rodman. Here's Simmons. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Collins. Cunningham. Soft touch off the glass. Bing. No good there. So it's this.
Yeah. Hey. We came to fight. We came to win.